God, it's fucking hot out here. Holy shit. What's up, guys? It's episode 400 and...
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Episode 466 of the Daily Mother Swole. The most muscular fucking podcast, hot as balls in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. We all flex. It's like, is it hot out there or what? It's like fucking August in Florida. I feel like I'm melting, but welcome to the Daily Swole. Man, it's hot as fuck. It's hot as fuck. Every day live at 12 noon Eastern time. You can catch them all on YouTube and watch the podcast on SoundCloud, iTunes. I am hot as fuck. Balls hot out here, just balls just everywhere. Got my smoothie though, got my greens. Oh shit, I'm almost out. Put the real glasses on. It doesn't change. It's still hot. Oh, it's still fucking hot. It's still hot. Holy shit. Welcome everyone to episode 466. Thank you for joining me live every day at 12 noon Eastern time. Welcome to the Gain Train. Welcome to Papa Swoleo Town. Welcome to Greens for Gains. Greens for Gains. Make sure you like the broadcast. Make sure you float some hearts. Share and tag someone. Got some awesome announcements. In premium right after this that I'm going to let everyone know and let everyone know what to do and what to expect. So I'm excited about that. But today is Greens for Gains. Today is Greens for Gains, and this is the nutrition week because on Thursday we are going to hammer, and I'm talking about hammer shit out for the live workshop nutrition. Tomorrow, Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So super excited about the nutrition workshop, super excited about the whole breakdown. So it's going to be everything from what foods to eliminate, what foods to eat, things I recommend, things I don't recommend, things that I do personally, pretty much do's and don'ts. Pretty much do's and don'ts all over the place with nutrition. So that's Thursday at 8 p.m. in my premium group, and that link is clickable in the description of this post. So Greens for Gains, obviously I'm holding something green, and this is a kale, oatmeal, fruit, juice smoothie. Now, why do I say Greens for Gains? So first off, if you have a smoothie, if you eat your fiber, if you have your greens, comment below what do you eat, what do you like to eat, and how do you like to eat them. One of the things that I don't like to do is fucking eat vegetables. I think it's boring. I think it's a waste of time. I think sitting there is like chewing on fucking grass. And that's how I feel. And doesn't mean I don't ever eat vegetables. Doesn't mean I never have vegetables. It just means that I consume them in different ways. So I use a blender, and you can use any kind of blender. You can use a Vitamix, a Blendtec. You could use a NutriBullet, a Magic Bullet, whatever you have. The more it blends, you might hear people say, oh, it destroys the nutrients. It blends it. It's fine. It's not going to like ruin shit. But you need something that blends it enough that you can consume it, right? So what I do is make sure I get it in. Now, I don't always like to have just raw vegetables and raw greens, because when it comes to fruit, or when it comes to greens, when it comes to vegetables, there are sometimes nutrients that will become more what's called bioavailable, and their bioavailability will increase when they are heated. So certain nutrients and certain foods will be more activated when exposed to a little bit of heat. So some foods are actually better lightly cooked, but I always like a little blend. You can cook some of your things, you can do your lightly cooking, but you could also have it raw. I think it's all great. I think it's all great. I think it's good to have a mix. I think you should have some raw, and I think you should have some like slightly sauteed or slightly heated to make sure you're getting the nice variety. You should never burn or sear or blacken any kind of vegetables or any kind of food really. That's never good for you. So when it comes to greens, why are they so important? Well, you get a lot of macronutrients from fats, from carbohydrates, and from proteins, okay? And depending whether or not you're on the ketosis diet, whether or not you are eating high fat or high carb or moderate protein or low protein or high protein, those are macronutrients. And what macronutrients means is that you're getting calories, you're getting energy. Your body can use those calories and create energy and get energy from them. What micronutrients are vitamins and minerals and things that help with all the other body processes. Your body's not getting energy from vitamins. You actually might feel some energy, you might feel healthy, you might feel vibrant when you're getting the right vitamins and minerals, but you're not going to have caloric energy. But those micronutrients are extremely important. The micronutrients, what you find in the greens, the elements that produce fruits and vegetables that are bright in colors, produce a lot of, you're getting a lot of these phytonutrients, these micronutrients, things that you can't see, of course, but things that don't produce energy in a caloric sense, but satisfy things your body needs. It helps, things like free radicals, like, floating particles that can cause havoc and bind with electrons and stuff and, affect how the body works. It can help with digestion. Not to mention fiber. And that's one of the things, alkalinity, sure. And you need a balance, and you need a balance in the body. And like I said, there's too much in this world of nutrition where it's all one corner and it's all the other corner. You have like the Mayweather diets and you have the McGregor diets, right? If you're going to watch that boxing match. So you have like these two schools of thought. You have extreme this way, you have extreme this way. Like always eat your food raw. Always eat your food cooked, always eat meat and only meat, always eat, vegetables, never eat anything that came from anything that ever had a face. You have these extremes, and there needs to be more middle ground. So when you are consuming, you're getting your blend of different types of vegetables, you're getting your blend of different styles of consuming them, how they're cooked, if they're cooked or if they're raw. But the fiber is a extremely important part of getting your greens. So it goes far beyond just the phytonutrients and the micronutrients. It goes beyond the macronutrients. It goes into, this product molecules called fiber. And what fiber is, there are two types. There's soluble and insoluble fiber. And what fiber does, and fiber's in most nutrients, most vegetables, you get a lot of fiber content. You get a lot of fiber content in things like oatmeal. You'll get fiber content in sweet potatoes, and you get various levels of fiber. You get various different types of fiber. But most vegetables, you'll know, aren't a ton of calories. Like if you have a big bowl of broccoli or a big salad, and it's all greens, you're not getting a ton of calories. So what makes up all the vegetables? What makes up all, the spinach, the lettuce, like what makes up that? And you get, cellulose and the actual structure of the plants, but you're also getting fiber. And what fiber does is a couple things. There's two different types of fiber, like I said. You have one type of fiber, the soluble fiber, that gets absorbed into the intestines and slows down the absorption of sugar. So if you're having, carbohydrates, if you're getting actual carbs, or you're eating fruit and you're having a meal where you might have, let's say, some vegetables and you're also having some rice, the fiber, the soluble fiber, will slow the absorption of those starches. It'll slow the absorption of those sugars from the carbohydrates. And what soluble fiber does is regulate your blood sugar. So it helps regulate your blood sugar. And you can imagine people that get very low fiber diets, too much soda, tons of sugar, no fiber. There's no fiber in fast food. So you're getting tons and tons of sugar and quickly absorbing carbohydrates that spike your insulin levels, because sugar goes up, your pancreas releases a lot of insulin, and then your body over time can become resistant to it, and that's called diabetes. That's one of the mechanisms of diabetes that is affected by high sugar and low fiber diets. So soluble fiber is a good thing. Insoluble fiber is also a good thing, and what that does is it produces, doesn't produce, but it creates an environment where you feel more full. okay? You feel more satiety because you are eating and you feel more bulk. So your stomach will feel more satisfied, like the weight, the actual physical mass in your stomach, you'll feel more full. And if you're getting low fiber, you kind of keep on feeling hungry, essentially. This is one of the mechanisms of it. And you can keep on eating and overeating, but if you have foods that are higher in fiber count, especially insoluble fiber, you will feel more satisfied, more full, and you'll feel like you ate more bulky food and you won't overeat, or less likely to overeat. It also helps clean out your intestines, so it's more of a bulk. It's more like bowling balls. Imagine rolling down your intestines and cleaning out the feces and all the junk. That's why if you have a lot of fiber, you don't eat a lot of fiber, it can help push it through, and it can help regulate your bowel movements. It can help push out a lot of stuff, and it might, send you to the bathroom all night if you have a ton of fiber and you're not used to it, or if you have over amounts of fiber, it can come out too quickly. So you want to get enough fiber, and generally the idea or the concepts are 20, 25 plus grams of fiber a day. So after you watch this episode, what's great, if you're breaking stuff down, if you're going to be joining us for the nutrition workshop on Thursday, you should already be looking at your nutrition. You should already be looking at your fiber. You should already be looking at your nutrient intake. You should already be looking at what you're doing. So add that to your list. Don't just add carbohydrates. Don't just add protein. Don't just add fat and, do those macro things. Look at the micronutrients. Look at how much fiber you're consuming. Are you getting enough fiber? Ask yourself a couple questions. Are you shitting regularly? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Are you going to the bathroom regularly? Is it once a day? Is it twice a day? Is it 5 times a day? Is it 5 times a month? Like, how often are you going to the bathroom? Because if you're not regular, or you're very irregular, or you have a lot of problems when you do go to the bathroom, a lot of struggle, that can mean major malnutrition. You're not getting the right amounts of fiber. You're not getting the right amounts of food. So greens for gains, absolutely greens for gains. Stay away from shakes that have tons and tons of sugar. I have a little bit of like pineapple in the morning. I don't mind having, you could do berries and stuff that are lower glycemic. We'll talk more about like those types of things and how sugar affects the blood. But when you're consuming fruits with like kale and vegetables and things that have a lot of fiber in them, it's going to impact you less at the moment. So if you're doing like a fruit smoothie, and you're just doing apples and oranges and pineapple and mangoes and stuff that's just sugar crazy, that can have a detrimental effect over time. Obviously that's better than a soda, but if you're mixing it with things like kale that have more fiber, it's going to help slow the absorption of those things at the moment. But there's also better times to have it. I love shakes in the morning. I love using like these shakes like after a workout, add some egg whites, stuff like that, get some protein in there too. So there's a lot of ways to play. There are a lot of ways to play with all this stuff. So if you're a cook and you like to cook things, you might like to do something special and fancy with your vegetables. But those of you that are struggling with your nutrition, those of you that have issues, those of you that have questions, those of you that are asking me all the time, like, hey, what should I cook, or what should I make? I'm confused. Like, do you have any good recipes? It's like, don't worry about the recipes. Keep it simple. Make sure you're getting the stuff in. Make sure you're getting what you need to get in. Don't worry about, how it looks on your plate. Don't worry about, all the flavors. I know it might not taste like $1,000,000, but it's not supposed to. It's food. It's fuel. Like, you don't taste the gasoline before you put it in your car. You just want your car to go. Well, that's what you want. You want your body to go. You want your body to be able to, act on the exercise. You want your body to perform well. Don't worry so much about what the flavor is. I know it's hard to say and it's hard to do, but it's just the truth. I'll tell you like it is. Food's a tool, and it's not something that's supposed to taste like fucking unicorns and rainbows. It's supposed to be effective. It's supposed to be a fuel source. Okay, so the important thing is that you're getting in your fiber. So I want to know is what you're getting in for fiber. What are you doing for fiber? Drop in the comments below. Tell me right now, what do you get for fiber? What's your fiber source? What are you struggling with finding a fiber source? But what are you eating for fiber right now? So I mean, maybe not this moment, but are you doing a lot of broccoli? Doing spinach? Are you doing sweet potatoes? Like, what carbohydrate? Where are you getting your fiber from? And fiber is a carbohydrate technically, but it's not something that's absorbed for calories. So it's important to get your fiber in. It's important to get all your macros in, but understand that fiber is not a nutrient that you're getting calories from. Micronutrients are not something you get calories from. You're not getting stuff from vitamins. You're not getting energy from minerals. Doesn't mean that you can't have or feel more vibrant from having more vitamins and minerals, you know, from your foods, but it doesn't provide caloric energy. So there's a big difference there. Just make sure you're getting your greens in. Thank you so much for joining for episode 466. Make sure you keep on dropping the comments below, like and share, tag someone in this broadcast, tag someone that needs a little bit more fiber in their diet, that needs to lose weight, that's struggling with losing weight, because this is the type of shit that people don't do. Not just like blending, but just eating vegetables. And that's far more important to regulate sugar and to lose weight and to build muscle and to stay leaner than most people realize. So thank you so much for joining me for episode 466 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex. Our biceps, live every day at 12 noon Eastern time, right here on Facebook. You can catch every single episode on YouTube, and you can listen to the podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes. Bang your ear holes, especially if it's your first time. Comment below if it's your first time watching the Daily Swole, and make sure, if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram at Swolenormous for the daily behind the scenes, you know, yada yada yada, at Swolenormous on Instagram. Lots of pictures, lots of Instagram stories to keep you behind the scenes. And Premium, my Swolenormous Premium group, I will also be seeing you in a few minutes to make some cool announcements and you know, take Premium a little bit deeper, because it's Tuesday and we haven't been going balls deep enough. So it's time to go straight to the taint, and I'm gonna go in Premium in a few and talk to everyone in there. So So if you haven't signed up for the Premium Workshop Nutrition, it's about 50 minutes to an hour, so it's not going to take up too much of your time. It's going to be badass. This Thursday night, 8 p.m. in my Premium group. Link is in the description, premium.swolenormous.com. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. I'll see all of you tomorrow for episode 467 of the Daily Swole. Peace. And it's pretty much as hot as it's pretty much as hot as it was when I first signed on. So I'm gonna go inside. Later, guys. See you tomorrow. Premium. I'll see you in a few. Peace.